Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to 3 rounds in the Cage Warriors welterweight bout. Please welcome, as he makes his walk into the cage this evening, Jansen.
Well, no break in the action here at Cage Warriors 89. We get right back to it, and we remain in the welterweight division. Joining us from just an hour up the road in Elspeth, Holland, is Jansen. Jansen making the short trip south from Holland to join us here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, we don't know a whole lot about him, it has to be said. I mean, we know he has a record of 2-0, and you know, he's fighting out of Budo Academy Physical in Elspeth, Holland. But outside of that, somewhat of an unknown quantity, this young man here tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get much chance to speak to him earlier in the week. A man of few words, happy to let his actions in the cage do his talking for him. He's giving up something of a experience advantage to his opponent this evening. With this being just his 3rd professional bout, his opponent will be taking part in his 8th. Experience not always the deciding factor, Josh, as we've seen many times before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very easy for your opponent to take you for granted if they don't particularly have too much, you know, footage on you to watch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent tonight, fighting out of the red corner. Give it up for Jan Quaeyhaegens.
And a man we do know a little bit more about, Josh. The man they call Cubone, Jan Quaeyhaegens, fighting out of Antwerp here in Belgium.
Yeah, Quaeyhaegens, you know, is coming out to the kind of applause and support you would expect from the local gym here tonight, representing Perfect Team from here in Belgium. Brings a record of 4-3-0 to the cage with him tonight. All of those 4 wins coming by way of stoppage. Pretty even split, 2 TKOs, 2 subs. He's only fought once so far this year, though, and that was a 3rd round TKO he picked up. Before that, he dropped a loss to the far more experienced Leipen Zhang, who is the #1 fighter in China by all accounts, was just basically out-grappled in that match.
Going to be an interesting contest here. And Josh, as you said, you know, we don't really have a lot of information on Jansen, and perhaps Quaeyhaegens is in a similar boat here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you know, he's not going to have a lot to go on. You know, you can bet that they'll be putting out their feelers. The gyms will be talking to each other, trying to say, hey, does anybody know much about this guy? But, you know, at a certain point, you just have to focus on what you're going to do. What's my game plan? What do I want to implement? The positive things I'm looking for, and, you know, play as it comes from your opponent.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Cage Warriors 3-round contest in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist who is unbeaten with a professional record of 2 wins and no losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 166 pounds. Fighting out of Elspeth, Holland, Jansen. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 4 wins, 3 losses. Standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, he weighed in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Antwerp, Belgium, Jan Quaeyhaegens. And when the action begins, the referee in charge, Axel van Kemenade.
Axel van Kemenade about to get this one underway. 3 3-minute rounds, if they need them, in the Cage Warriors welterweight division. Jansen in the black and blue shorts. Jan Quaeyhaegens in the black and green. Touch of gloves, and we are underway. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer calling the action from cage side, and privileged to do so.
Good teep early on from Jansen. We saw one of his teammates fight in the prelims earlier on. Very much had a wrestling and grappling style.
Oh, this is a huge left hand from Quaeyhaegens, and he steps off and lets Jansen get back to his feet. Well, we know where the Belgian wants this one, Josh.
Yeah, Jansen back to his feet quickly, trying to show no signs of intimidation there, but long range finding kicks, and you can see just a little bit of a flinch there when really the punch wasn't that close to him. Good check of the kick. Yeah, getting off balanced and flustered. You can see as well he wasn't aware that he was about to get backed up to the cage, shooting from a long way on the outside, pulls close guard. That's good work from him, you know, pulling close guard. That's a great way to do it. Shoot the double, sit back through. You know, he's got a chance to slow this down and try and work here.
Let's see what he's got in terms of his ground game now. And obviously, Dutch fighters historically known for their kickboxing and karate styles, but we've had a few decent submission fighters out of Holland over the years. The skyscraper, Stefan Struve, for example.
Yeah, he is, of course, in the building here tonight. See him cornering a little bit later.
Yeah, he's calling one
trying to climb this
heavyweight title fight, but
high crooked guard here. Going to look for a basic close guard armbar. Looks like he has the grip. A little bit loose, though. He does not want to let the space. Oh, and straight back up. He's going to have to shoot again quick, though. And that guard pull was perfect. It's a great model for him to use again. He can't afford to get backed up against the cage.
And again, you know, that didn't look to be a particularly clean shot to me, but he's catching Jansen off guard here.
Yeah, he's so off balance. He's standing so upright.
Although, you know, having said that, Josh, I've seen Jansen now blinking his eyes a little bit with these shots. Maybe he has got tagged there at some point and is perhaps struggling to find his equilibrium.
That was a good kick, but I mean, his flinch response is kicking in here, and his chin is coming up every time he throws, gritting his teeth. He's expecting the counter on every single strike. And that's really taking away from his power. So in on a single here.
Oh, he does not like these shots. Quaeyhaegens looking to put this one to bed.
No, and look, just visually,
and that's not the look of a fighter who's still in this one.
The ref's going to wave this one off.
Quaeyhaegens jumping in, and you've got to think the referee is going to be taking a very close look at this one, John.
This is over.
It's over. Leon Jansen did not want to be there. He took some big shots there, Josh.
I mean, I want to know if there's something else.
And he did not look comfortable at all.
I want to know if there's something else going on. I don't know, because he looked like a deer in headlights throughout a lot of those striking exchanges.
You know, I managed to get a close look at one point, Josh, when Jansen was close to us here at the commentary position, and we thought he might perhaps have been just caught off balance with a couple of those shots, but he was blinking his eyes quite heavily, and that's sometimes a sign that you have been caught and you've lost your equilibrium. You know,
as you say, that, you know, there was definitely a degree of balance that, you know, I think we're going to see a couple of these knockdowns.
It's uncommon, to say the least, to see a fighter take not particularly powerful shots.
That didn't land at all.
That didn't land.
No, but this was a great guard pull, you know. This was where he started getting his game going. Beginning of the end here.
And again, you know, not a particularly powerful shot, but you can't see it on your screens at the moment, but Leon Jansen has just been held back to his corner, and he looked rather unsteady on his feet. And it has to be said, our referee did give him every chance to get back into this fight, but Jansen clearly, for my money, not with it there, Josh.
No, not at all.
And it's the crisp, accurate punching of Jan Quaeyhaegens that wins the day. Let's throw it to Andy Friedlander in the cage. They'll make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Axel Van Kiminardi calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 58 seconds of round number 1. Declaring the winner by TKO, Jan Quaeyhaegens.
And the Q-bomb dropped the bombs on Leon Jansen. Jan Quaeyhaegens with a big TKO victory to open his Cage Warriors account here in Antwerp, Belgium. Plenty more action to come. And we move on to a highly anticipated bout next up in the lightweight division. Aidan Lee, Donovan Desmay, coming your way here at Cage Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get these next two fighters into the cage.